grind time, grind time. Beast mode, beast mode. Speed up, speed up. Fast forward. Let's ride, let's ride. Let's roll, let's roll. Gotta get it right now. Let's go, let's go.
Yeah, look, here to stay, I won't never leave. Treat the game like I'm Tarantino, always trying to go and make a scene. Anything to put the city on, anything to try and make a name. Every day working on my craft, gotta show them boys that it's not a game. No 2K, I ain't playing with them. I've been at it since the 6th grade. Passion growing as I'm getting older, got the same vision, just a bigger stage. Guarantee they cannot take it from me. I'll be what I'm destined to be.
Are in. Let's talk about a rule that's discussed in all levels of basketball, and that's the concept of no middle. When we keep the ball going baseline, we limit passing and shooting angles. Once that ball goes middle, help collapses, passing angles open, and now open shot opportunities are there for days. Whether you're playing MyCareer or you're in real life,
Have a good game, man.
Sure. You got those tickets I gave you?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Cool.
$2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see if the Los
Philadelphia, home to one of the NBA's most historic teams, the 76ers. Here are the players arriving earlier in the move for action. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well,
he sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Look at Philadelphia. They're fourth in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season.
And right now for the 76ers, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Howard, and it's Rajon Rondo. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Clark, terrific defensive teams tonight, both highly ranked. What will the offenses have to do to get some scoring in this one?
Well, a few things. One, you've got to be patient. You've got to be ready and willing to make the extra pass. And then you also have to mix up what you do offensively. You don't want the defense to get a steady diet of what you're trying to do. Keep the defense off balance.
Pass to Howard. Bucket is good.
And you know, the way that Howard is so crafty at using his body in the painted area, really hard to stop him given his size.
Pass to Horford. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Simmons feeling it out a bit. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. And stolen by LeBron. And here we go. Davis with the bucket.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's Simmons. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Davis gets a wide-open look. Drains it from beyond the arc. Davis has got 5.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
Now, here's Richardson. 9 points last game. Will it go? It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Clock is at 3. From deep three-point range.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that. Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better. A big X factor for the Sixers, I think, will be the development of Ben Simmons' jump shot. He's got to become at least a threat as a perimeter shooter if they're going to have a chance to win it all.
Yes, that goes in.
And, you know, this is the area where Simmons is most effective, mainly due to his size and athleticism.
And the layup is good. And especially in the playoffs where teams really scheme for you, Simmons shooting can be a real problem for the Sixers.
Yeah, it's a major liability, guys. There's no denying it. For all of his wonderful ability and versatility, the fact that it's basically 4 on 5 when they're on offense with him on the floor is a problem in the playoffs. And you said it, when teams can lock into you.
They've got Korkmaz, Aaron Baines out there with Harris. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Simmons in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Shot clock at 5, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, he was the 3rd pick in the 2007 NBA draft, guys. Horford won 2 college championships at Florida back-to-back before entering the league.
And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended. Was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Makes it off the glass. He has 6.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Back to Harris. To the inside. Richardson. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
That's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Howard at the elbow. Lakers passing it around. Richardson against James. Shoots it up. And again, it's the Lakers.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. A 12-point game. Richardson outside. Here's Harris. Ingles with the rebound.
Boy, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Here's Howard. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Anthony Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Here's Thibault. He's got 7. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
Feeds it to Embiid. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground.
Oh, that was terrific.
Man, my goodness.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And the Lakers have possession. Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. Simmons against Rondo. And Simmons kicks to Horford. Nailed from three-point land. Horford's got the first field goal of the second half for the 76ers.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The grind of the NBA season wears on, but what a pleasure this year is turning out to be. Let's check out the West and see how the standings look. You take a look at Los Angeles. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason.
And, you know, for Los Angeles, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him Average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
Richardson outside. Fires from 14. Goes up again. Excellent D from Howard.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Simmons passes to Harris. Richardson outside. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at... Oh! Yes, sir! Come on, bring it!
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Davis against Simmons. Rebound the Lakers.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got 9 points.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
And Coach Brown, Clark, captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And, you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that, and I understand it. But this is a team built to contend, and that's the expectation. And I'd like to see Brett Brown have a chance to bring it to full fruition.
They get a hand on it, and a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Lakers with possession here. Takes the three, gets the three-pointer to fall. 22 points for him.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Burks looking around. Here's Simmons. Embiid trying to break loose. It's deflected. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. And the 76ers making a change here. 1:41 left in the third quarter. Harris, right side. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Davis.
You know, looking to score often from there, Harris is excellent at drawing the defense's attention and fouls.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And the Lakers making a change here. Waiters has checked in. The feed to Davis. And that one, good. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Harris against Waiters. Clock at 4. From deep. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. That's tipped, stolen by Waiters. The pass to Davis. That's tipped. 23 seconds left in the third. Here's Thibault. He has 7. He kicks it to Burks. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Milton. The 76ers again can't hit it. Got it up. The shot, no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what happened. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen to Coach Brett Brown.
It's going to take everything you got to come up with balls so that we win this game. Right? Anything loose, any rebounds, guards, you got to rebound.
Demanding an all. Teams changing it up here. Clark, among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, but a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. Brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy when he gets coming downhill at you.
We've got Ben Simmons, Aaron Baines out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Alec Burks, and it's Embiid in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Simmons passes to Baines. Over Cook. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Murray. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
Now here's Simmons. Tight defense on him. In the corner, it's Harris. Here's the teardrop. Rebound the Lakers.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conference. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Up top, Simmons. From deep three-point range, the rebound by Cook. The tray on the money.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
So it's Los Angeles to come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Olson, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific GeForce Sports crew.
You've heard me say it in the past. Now we got to talk about our man ball line. We need to draw a straight line from the ball handler all the way to our defensive assignment. Oh, look at the kid still has it, butt down, chest up. This hand should see the ball. This hand should see my assignment. Why is this important? So you can help and close out to your man. But if you're a big man or you're a defender on that weak side low post where your offensive player is in that short corner area, depending on how well he shoots it, you gotta be 2-9. What is 2-9? Draw a line straight down the middle of the basket. 2-9 is right in the middle of the key between your man and the ball. You gotta be right there, and you can only be there for 2.9 seconds before you get that defensive 3-second violation. Remember that if there's two players on the weak side, that most NBA teams help from the low weak side man out.
Looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. And for a look at DA, it's all yours.
Well, it took 5.
And DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Williams. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Howard. That's Rajon Rondo. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Smitty, the increased pace of the game, how does that affect players, you think, trying to get through the season in terms of, say, fatigue?
You know, I think for the teams that those coaches understand, they do a great job of playing 10, 11, 12 guys throughout the season. It usually bodes well. It's those organizations that's going 6, 7, only 8 deep. You see those guys start to fatigue, and any injury, then you really see it shows up on paper and on the floor when you're not a deep team.
Williams kicks to Leonard. Down low, Howard with the steal, and it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
And how about that? Transition opportunity for Anthony Davis has the long strides to eat up ground in a hurry.
Knocked away. Williams with the ball, picked up by Davis. Outside Williams. Inside, here's George. Missed inside.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Buries the jumper to finish the break.
Well, he can hit the 3. He can drive it. Now you see what Williams can do from the mid-range.
Releases. Trying to get open is Davis. And the Lakers check on 2 more. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Williams passes to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Shot from 12. That's good on the jump shot.
The decision-making of Leonard could have hit the roller, but already had the shot he wanted.
Lakers passing it around. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. LeBron right side. Shot clock at 6. Yep, that one goes in there.
A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
To the paint. And here's Leonard. 23 points for him the last game against Orlando.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Davis with the bucket.
Nice body control. I like that Davis kept his composure after taking the hit.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
If you don't have that one guy who gets you 10-plus boards every night, you just have to send more guys to the glass.
And some changes here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Joe Ingles comes in for James. And it's Waiters in for Rajon Rondo. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Patrick Patterson. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Lou Williams.
A rare offensive rebound for Reggie Jackson, but he knows what to do with it once he gets it.
Pass to Ingles. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Shots good by Waiters.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Beverly against Ingles. A three from Leonard. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Feeling that one all the way. Leonard lethal in the catch-and-shoot game. Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
Jackson passes to Leonard. One-on-one here. Takes the 13-footer, and there's another one for the Lakers.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. 8-point game. The dish to Beverly. Now the pass to Leonard. Takes it from 10. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Got that one up quick.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Jackson. 20 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
Even though he got fouled a lot, he never lost any of his aggressiveness. He kept making free throws, and in the process, really frustrated the D.
And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quick.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we'll be right back after this. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverly out there with Jackson. Then there's Noah, and it's Shamet in at the 3 spot.
This is where Avery Bradley's most effective, getting his points within the flow of the offense.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And LeBron's subbed in for Dion Waiters. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Noah. Patterson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Paul George, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. Passes it to Ingles. A fadeaway, and it's sent back by George. Buries it from three-point range. 12 points for him. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Clippers trailed by 16. On the wing, Jackson. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Pass to Ingles, and he goes in for the dunk.
You won't see his feet too high off the ground, but Ingles finishes at the rim.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Now, here's George. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando.
He was very active on defense, too, recording 3 steals for the game.
Now the feed to Ingles. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Ingles has got 4 points this quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And here comes the break. Ahead, throws it up high. An emphatic LU jam.
We are still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality, like on the free throw line, boxing out, like going up for rebounds. They let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust when they find their way.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Davis comes in for Joe Ingles. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Bradley. And it's George missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. Alex Caruso. He's checked in for the Lakers. 1:14 left to play here in the second quarter. Williams looking over the floor. Hits it from three-point range. Williams has got 7.
Smooth shooting motion from distance. Williams making it look easy.
Wasted no time on that one.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Pass to Patterson. Outside, George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Patrick Patterson with his great shooting stroke, always looking comfortable at the free throw line.
It's his first trip to the line.
And despite a fair amount of turnover, the Clippers have made the playoffs 7 out of the last 8 years.
I am so surprised. When you lose Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan, you expect a complete rebuild. But the team stayed competitive throughout, and now they're well positioned into the future.
No, He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Joakim Noah's checked in for Patterson. Both shots good from the stripe.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Shot on the wing, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
Leonard the pass to George. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. That will count. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic on his part. That's the steady pulse you want in that situation.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to... And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. LeBron against George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Dwight Howard.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And there's the pass to Leonard. And Davis sends it back.
What's crazy about AD as a shot blocker, he can block your shot at all three levels. He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Outside Williams. Pass to Patterson. Poked loose. Lock at 6. Zubats against Howard. No good from Zubats. Lakers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. The stupendous finish in traffic. 30 points in the game.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Joe Ingles, who's checked in for the Lakers. Quinn Cook comes in for Rajon Rondo. Zubats with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Patterson. The 3 from George. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Kicks it to Howard. Pass to Cook. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Outside Williams. The pass to Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball. Very sparing with his turnovers.
And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan, and being able to score at all three levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Feeds it to Beverly. Here's Noah. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range.
Oh, wow!
He went
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for the Lakers. So many NBA players now have their talented children playing in the NBA or in college and will soon be in the NBA. Smitty, whose kids stand out to you as potential superstars?
Hey, Kevin, Dale Curry, for sure.
No, wait. Okay, I could have gotten that one. Steph Curry. Who else, though? Who else catches your eye?
I think up and coming, LeBron's kid, Shaq's son, D-Wade, and that's what you love. You see a lot of these guys, and it's great for me. I remember when they were little, Kevin, and now seeing them win in championships, being able to play on that stage is unbelievable.
The Lakers have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. Jackson with the bounce pass. Leonard inside. Ingles covering. Leonard, no luck.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Jackson kicks it to Noah. Outside Leonard. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. And here is Noah. No points in the game yet for him. And really deep three that time.
And there's that high arching bomb from Reggie. Way downtown this time. You see the development of his range.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. And that one, good. And it's 13 points for Leonard.
He is in the zone tonight. Kawhi is carrying this offense.
Basket, good.
Ooh, heat check after heat check. He rises to the occasion, trying to will his team to victory.
Poked away and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the third. Gets it off. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
He had to rush that one a little, but terrific stroke from range.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Lakers ahead, running away with this one. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of... And it's the Clippers with the ball. George looking over the floor. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Well, this place is still buzzing. Looking at Che's offensive outburst, it was incredible. What was going through your mind as that point total kept shooting up?
Hey, DA, man, I didn't do too much thinking, to be honest with you, man. But my teammates kept encouraging me to attack, so I went with it. You know, we got on the road as a team, and the points just kept coming and coming, as you can see from the night.
You guys are on a roll right now, no doubt. Congratulations again. Guys?
All right, David, thank you.
Guys, listen up. I just got a call from the league office. They informed me that Che is, this guy with this thing on his head he likes to call a haircut.
Hey, don't play my cut, man.
No, but this guy's going to be an all-star captain this year.
Oh, that's dope. Hey, congrats, man. Appreciate you, man. You sure? Hey, you a hater, man. Don't be a hater, all right? Yeah.
This is the 2KMC, and if you've got a hankering for awesome plays, then you've come to the right place. In honor of our special guest, Lauren Cox, we are showing your top.
And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the arena. A lot of thought put into those outfits. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Now it's ended out. Well, I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. There should be plenty of fireworks out in the backcourt tonight in this one. Of the guards you played alongside, who was the best combination passer scorer?
Here we go. Oh, man, Kev, you put me on the hot seat. That's a tough one. I just got to give everybody
you played with a lot of them,
out.
though, didn't you? Huh?
I know, man. I didn't know it was going to be a test today. I got to go with my boy Rod Strickland when I played with him at the Wizards. I think he's the best finisher ever, and he led the league in assists. My boy Jay Will, shout out to White Chocolate. I mean, he is one of the most creative players I've ever played with, but he can shoot it from deep. He was a guy that liked to shoot it from Curry Land, and he could pass it. And then lastly, I'd have to, of course, go with my man Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby could do it all. So I've been blessed to play and fortunate to play with some great scorers and combination passes in this league.
3 terrific names. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Whiteside is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
The pass to Lillard. A 3-ball. No good that time. And the Lakers going the other way now. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Yeah, if you can be that much better on the glass, you're going to win the game.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Anthony Davis. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. McCollum finds Ariza. 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by Howard.
You got to be aware of Howard at all times, especially on defense, where he makes his living blocking shot. Taking this defense to task so far. No misses in their first 5 attempts. As well as he's carried himself over the years, I'm amazed by the negativity about LeBron James. I mean, all he's done is 8 straight trips to the finals. Sometimes being on top makes you a target.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Chris, you think about what LeBron's accomplished, not just on the court, you know, his activism, his business acumen.
Yeah, shut up and dribble. That's what people want him to do, Kevin, but he's not listening, and thank God for that. It's about his power. It threatens some people. For whatever reason, they love to knock you down a bit. Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
Lets it go, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
And stolen by James. All alone, and the dunk by James.
Oh, man, the all-around game of James, capable of dominating you on both ends of the floor, like right there.
Trailblazers trail by 14. McCollum outside. Pass to Lillard. Six to shoot. Here's Anthony. Nice form on the 20-footer.
And that's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
Pass to James. Davis with it. Over Anthony. And again, it's the Lakers.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Now, here's Lillard. Last time, 45 points for him. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Joe Ingles comes in for LeBron. And Bradley's subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Whiteside. Zach Collins comes in for Anthony. And it's Little in for Trevor Ariza. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. To the middle, here's Davis. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
Lakers shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Now, here's Lillard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know it's cash.
On the wing, Ingles. Passes it to McGee. On to get open is Davis. The shot's good from McGee.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss, but we'll see how long they can make this last.
Now here's Lillard. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game.
Well, you think about a franchise player, it's hard to find a better example than Damian Lillard. His play, his presence, Kevin. He's one of the most important players in Blazers franchise history.
The Lakers making a switch here. Waiters is checked in.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Here's Lillard after the basket by Los Angeles. McCollum outside. In the corner, it's Little. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the inside, Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
There's the three. Sinks the triple. He's got 7.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense has created some great opportunities.
Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Setting the pace early, GA. I like this aggressive mind state. I love this approach so far.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got JaVale McGee. Deion Waiters is out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Caruso in at the point guard.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
And the pick-and-roll tandem of Damian Lillard and Yusuf Nurkic, one of the most unstoppable in our league.
Yeah, Nurkic as a role man, not only a scorer, but also a capable passer, too. He had the second most assists on the team last season. He and Lillard have mastered the nuances of the pick-and-roll game.
Banked in off the glass.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Houston. And Lillard gets it to go.
But Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
Doubled by McCollum. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Chris, is there someone you competed with that you feel is underrated by history, has not been given their due?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think when you look at White Chocolate, Jason Williams, and what he started in the culture of play and what he continued. And you look at Ben Wallace, who I played with 4 years at Washington, and he was coming off the bench there, and we saw that potential with him. I mean, the way he led the league in rebounding, his defensive prowess. I mean, the Pistons wouldn't have had a championship and gotten to another final if it wasn't for him. And also, I got to shout my man out, Mike Bibby and Peja Stojakovic, two of the best shooters I've played with.
Oh, great names, and I totally agree. Here's Lillard, following the basket by JaVale McGee. Back to Lillard, puts up a three. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger. And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Los Angeles, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Some changes for the Lakers. Anthony Davis is checked in for JaVale McGee. And LeBron subbed in for Alex Caruso. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Whiteside comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Hezonja. Now, here's Ariza. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Knocks down the 3 ball.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Here's Howard.
Oh, see that? Oh, that's just too much strength from Howard. A little contact doesn't bother him in the least.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Ariza passes to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
And Portland making a change here. Little's checked in. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
No, absolutely not. And in his mind, no one can stop him on that, no matter the size.
The Lakers making a switch here. Londo's checked in. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited, he ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling. And Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
It's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Cullen passes to Whiteside. From downtown, kept alive, kicks it out to McCollum. It's good from long range. McCollum's got 6 in the quarter.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
And Whiteside sends it back, but they recover it. Rondo bounce pass. Here's Howard. 43 seconds left in the second quarter. And the rejection by James.
James is just a sensational shot blocker. You better check your rear-view mirror. He's relentless.
And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second.
23 seconds left in the first half of the game.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Lillard against Rondo. And it's sent back by Howard. Shoots the 3. And he beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just the...
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding. With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Whiteside in at the center.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
To him, Greg, the basket looks as big as the ocean right now. I mean, that's how easy he's making it look. He's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Portland's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight, 50% exactly. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
Rock solid start for them. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
And Lillard gets to Ariza. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Rondo wide open, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
They've been very sharp to start the half. A perfect 4 for 4 from the field.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. McCollum outside. They need this. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, man, start at a mid-major. Shout out to all the mid-major colleges. Lehigh University, C.J. McCollum wasn't that blue-chip prospect, but he sure worked his way to the top.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Waiters comes in for LeBron. And it's Avery Bradley in for Rajon Rondo. And then for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Whiteside. Zach Collins comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Hazanya in for Trevor Ariza. Four-year player at Lehigh, McCollum earned his degree in journalism.
Yeah, he had to beg his parents to switch from a business major. Now he's putting his degree to use. He already interviewed the commissioner. Man, keep playing. You're trying to come for my job, Kevin. When his playing days are done, though, I'm sure he'll be looking to try to take my job and yours and continue on that path.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Lakers. And a switch here also for Portland. Little, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And finished off by Collins.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, Kev, I mean, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Kicks it to McGee. Shoots over Nurkic. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got 6 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Lillard scanning the floor. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court. Anyone, regardless of color, nationality, of just paving the way for me as a basketball player, I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives who bring an awareness to the games, and you just want to understand their legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. Little can't hit. LA's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And good that time. He has 31.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Schofield passes to Simons. The wide open shot by Little bangs home the trifecta. Little's got his first 3 points of the game. from deep. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
Every once in a while, a prayer like that somehow finds...
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really did a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
It is? Press room?
Yep.
All right. I'll see you now.
Okay.
All right. But that's the best.
Congrats on being named All-Star Captain, Jay.
Oh, thanks, V-Money.
Want to give us a preview of who you're going to pick first? Come on, we've earned it.
Oh, come on, V-Money. You want me to kill all the suspense or what?
Just asking.
You should know better than that, man. Wasting a perfectly good question on something I'm not going to answer. Nope.
Well, what about LeBron?
No, what about nothing, bro? You shot your shot and you bricked. Next question. Matter of fact, you going back to then, not V-Money.
Oh yeah, you can't harm me!
Let's kick it off in season mode with It's Neeks. Handling with Tarasi and hitting the long-range bucket right in the face of the D. Just give it to the...
Looking down upon the Tower Bridge spanning the Sacramento River here in the capital of California. Welcome to 2K Sports live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Beard. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. You put the ball in his hands, he says, I'm going to...
A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. And for Sacramento, Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Bagley is out there with Parker, and it's Fox in at the point guard. And tonight, Brent, classic battle of pivot men. Talk about some of your favorite center matchups historically.
Well, we hear a lot and we see a lot in terms of the nostalgia of Wilt Chamberlain going up against Bill Russell. I remember years watching in front of the television Hakeem Olajuwon playing against David Robinson in some Western Conference battles. I don't know that we're going to see that much in the next 4 or 5 years, Kevin. We know where the game is going, and those post matchups end up becoming somewhere near the three-point line nowadays.
Here's Fox following the basket by Anthony Davis. Hield with the bucket.
And you love how Hield is always ready with his feet set. Once the ball hits his hands, it's off.
Passes to Davis. And the layup's good off the glass. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
way to attack there and then create the contact.
The Kings shooting their first free throws of the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Well, some ups and downs for Marvin Bagley in that rookie campaign with the Kings, but you could see the flashes of potential and the tremendous work ethic when he was out on that floor.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Hield outside. Drops in the tray. Hield's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Sacramento. And with Bagley, the mobility he showed for his size is really what impresses you.
And that blend of size and speed is why many feel like he could play across the entire front line. Wasn't in the Rookie of the Year race, but in a few years, he could be right there with the best of the best from that 2018 class.
Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Lakers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Bagley with the block.
Bagley timing that one well and intimidating.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. And here is Fox. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. Over in the corner, Barnes. Three-pointer, good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his third assist on the night. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Down low, here's Davis. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Fox kicks to Hield. Barnes passes to Bagley. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Bagley. Giles comes in for Jabari Parker. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Barnes. The Lakers also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. And it's Avery Bradley in for Rajon Rondo. Kicks it out to Bradley. We've got 1:55 left here in the opening quarter.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season.
There's 1:17 left to play here in the first. Pass to McGee. Holmes with the steal. The wide open look here for Fox. Rebound the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
It was definitely that defense that carried them to that huge win that night. You have to figure they'll be primed to wreak even more havoc here in this one.
Now here's Bazemore. Following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Davis sends it back.
Love that D from Davis. Rises up and swats that shot away.
And some changes here for the Kings. Jeffries is checked in, and it's Joseph in for De'Aaron Fox. And then for Los Angeles, Joe Ingles comes in for Davis, and Deion Waiters subbed in for James. Now the dish to McGee. The teardrop falls in.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Ed Davis is checked in for Harry Giant. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for the Lakers. Now here's Bazemore. He's tightly guarded. And the pass to Jeffers. Fires from deep. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Kent Bazemore knows that his contributions come from being active and Bazemore becoming a better passer.
The shot's good from McGee. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. The three, McGee with the block. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Joseph has an open look to beat the clock. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly how you want to close out the quarter, too, with some confidence.
Buddy Hield has been leading the charge for Sacramento. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the Kings here in this one so far?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Joe Ingles is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Caruso in at the point. Waiters on the wing. Over Joseph. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit. Probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought 2 ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yes. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball. Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gap. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Dwight Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Cook subbed in for Alex Caruso. Bagley with the block. But they'll get another chance. A second chance effort. And that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 8.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Joseph looking around. Here's Parker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Dwight Howard.
So you draw the defense into you deep, and then you wait, and then you get confident down low to draw contact.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Sacramento making some changes. Hields checked in for Kent Bazemore. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Joseph. Davis is checked in for the Lakers. Murray comes in for Waiters. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. Lakers shooting their first free throw tonight.
Not a strong suit for this group, just around 71%.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Hield outside. That 3 off the mark.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Fox. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
He gets it in there.
Oh, great ball movement there.
1:49 left in the first half of basketball. Fox passes to Hield. Feeds it to Bagley. Shot to stop the run, and that's going to be a travel. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. The Lakers, number 1.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Giles checked in for Jabari Parker. And the Lakers also making a switch. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Cook.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Pass to Hield. The feed to Bagley. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Bagley showing his feel right there for the game and that particular play.
The Kings shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one drops. LeBron's checked in for the Lakers. And so he makes both from the line.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Oh, that was something else.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's Hield after the basket by Los Angeles. Passes it to Fox. Dishes it to Bagley. Second shot opportunity and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Dwight Howard. The Kings shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. The first one falls.
Such a long road to recovery from Harry Giles, but so many people rooting for Harry when it is that he makes some kind of plays that remind you of when Giles was one of the top recruits coming out of his high school class, one that included De'Aaron Fox and also Jason Tatum.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Fox passes to Hield. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. And 11 points for Buddy Hield.
First 3 of the quarter and 3rd overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
And now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Now Barnes. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Bagley. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Lakers leading by 10. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Jabari Parker is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Bagley in at the center, locking down the middle. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Kings. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Out to the right wing. Bagley with a wide open look. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Lakers the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Fox against Rondo. Fox, no good. Fox has gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. And it's Davis with the jam.
well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Now here's Parker. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. The Kings making a switch here. Joseph's checked in. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. He's got 23.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Rondo against Fox. Over to the wing. And Brett, with the corner three being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
It's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide rather than what we see today at 12 feet. That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah.
All right, a chance to check out stats here for Dwight Howard. His last 10 games, he's right around 5 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
Sacramento with the ball. After the basket by the Lakers. Joseph against Waiters. And Bazemore kicks to Parker. Davis dishes to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime. And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
For Sacramento, they've gone 0 of 5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Davis, the pass to Parker. And here is Holmes. Back to Parker. Over Ingles. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Both teams deciding to change it up, and Joseph kicks it to Bazemore. Pass to Giles. Kings moving the ball around. Hits the three-point bomb. Joseph's got 5 now.
And in nailing the 3 there, he puts a lid on what's been a huge run by the Lakers.
Waiters outside. Bradley with the ball. Picked up by Joseph. From 15 feet away, again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Sacramento's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. There's the pass to Holmes. McGee with the block.
Oh,
yes, sir.
And that one is hammered home.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Now here's Bazemore. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Holmes passes to Bazemore. Off target from outside.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter of the game, and that one drops for him.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender. They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
With 1 on the clock, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Lakers ahead, delivering the blowout. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D.
Lets the 3 fly. It's in.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the weight and just completely get the crowd out of it, that's on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.
This is Hack and Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Get hip or get stuff.
Remember to submit your shoe creator designs over social media using the hashtag 2KKicks. And be sure to include your gamer tag in your photo or video. We've seen some really cool things so far, and we can't wait to see what else you guys have in store for us. And we'll see you back here next week. Bye.
The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles, and the freeways of LA, all painting the picture just where we are tonight. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the San Antonio Spurs. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And hey, Dave.
Well, guys, the All-Star rock.
Huge moment for Che. Thank you for that, David.
Well, you have to be happy that Che was selected. He's earned it with his play. Any argument against this selection, it feels hollow to me.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Trey Lyles out there with Johnson. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's White in at the 2 guard. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. Don't let go of the rope in this one, Clark. Hold on tight, buckle in. A lot of pace, a lot of speed between these two teams.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And if you like popcorn, you better be able to eat it with your head up, because this one will be fast and furious.
Well, then you're talking about yourself, because our fans probably don't know this, but you're eating popcorn all the time during these games.
Hey, I love popcorn, and there's nothing like enjoying fresh popcorn in an arena. It doesn't get better than that.
I know it. Now, here's Lyons. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. The drive by James.
Boy, LeBron's so strong, so athletic, so smart. I mean, a bunch of his points come when he's driving full speed downhill, and he's impossible to stop.
Murray against Rondo. Murray with the bounce pass. Aldridge down low. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Now here's Murray. His last outing, 16 points for him. Lyles passes to Aldridge. Clock at 6. Rebounded by Howard.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
So it's the Spurs now after the basket by Los Angeles. Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Good D by Howard.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
And Davis puts it in.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Spurs have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Murray, here we go. To halt the run, off the left rim and out.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer.
Oh, what a play!
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
San Antonio making a switch here. Smith is checked in. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, I tell you, this floater that Smith has is one of his most lethal shots. I mean, it makes defenses feel really helpless because they don't know if he's going to pass or sting them with the floater.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Rondo kicks to James. Yep, it counts.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
1:56 left to play in the first. Pass to Lyles. On the wing, Johnson, covered by LeBron. Out to White. From deep. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Johnson outside. So the wing on the left. Tipped away and stolen by Aldridge. White finds Smith. Back to White. With the teardrop, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. A brief moment here to recognize a player that's really been getting it done. He's earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Dwight Howard. That's a two-pointer from Walker, drained for 2 points. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's stolen by Johnson. Over to the left wing. And a wide open look for Walker. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the trip.
Outside for Davis. Money from the wing. Davis has got 8.
And the soft jump shot there of Davis. You got to respect his perimeter game.
Spurs trail by 9. Now Smith. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
And he also made his presence felt on the defensive side as well. 3 block shots were registered in that game.
Pass to Samanic. 5 to shoot. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. That shot misses. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Los Angeles. So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for San Antonio, we've got Medu. Johnson is out there with Mills, and it's Samanic in at the 4-man position. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Now, here's Walker. 5 points in the game. They double-team Walker, 4 on the shot clock. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, If you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively, be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. The ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
Up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Murray. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Lakers shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And the Lakers making a change here. Brooks checked in, and that's good as he hits both of his shots. And it's Mills with the ball for San Antonio. In the second quarter, held scoreless. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills, now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
Waiters outside. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. That one drops for him.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Alex Caruso comes in for Dion Waiters. Miles checked in for the Spurs. White comes in for DeJounte Murray. Now here's White. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and it's sent back by Howard.
Excellent timing by Howard. He knows exactly when to jump to deny shot attempts.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And the pass to Caruso. Lets it go from deep. Good on the triple. Caruso's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Now here's Mills. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers. The kick out to Walker to end the run. Here's Medu. That one good for 2. Medu's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
Ingles in the corner. Ring shot on the way. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Davis is checked in for the Lakers. LeBron comes in for Quinn Cook. San Antonio also making some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Medu. Johnson comes in for Walker. And Smith subbed in for Patty Mills. Smith kicks to Lyles. There's 47 seconds left here in the second. Smith outside. 6 to shoot. Passes it to White. The shot from the low post is good. White's got his first points of the game.
That's how you pass the pumpkin. I mean, Smith really keeps his head on the swivel to get that ball over to his open teammates.
Out to the right wing. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. The shot's good. 10 points for Davis.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Inside, Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
To me, this is Howard's specialty. This is his bread and butter thing here. We all know this guy loves to throw it down whenever he can. He's pretty good at it.
And so it's Los Angeles rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up a quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Now, Jay, regarding the All-Star game, you have been officially voted in for the first time. So what does it feel to have all the support of all these fans around the country?
Oh, man, it means everything to me. You know, we play this game for the fans. The NBA isn't possible without them. You know, and I'm just excited to go out there and give them a show. That's what they're paying to see, you know?
No question the fans want to see you at that game. Congratulations, guys.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now here's Murray. No points in the game yet for him. Nice yet again. Aldridge misses. So it's the Lakers now to the paint. And Davis throws it down.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Here's White. After the basket by Los Angeles. San Antonio again missing.
Starting slow in this half. 0 for 3 so far. Derek White played his first 3 years at Division III UC Colorado Springs. This guy ended up being the 29th pick in the 2017 draft out of Colorado. In his lone season with the Buffaloes, he was all Pac-12 first team and all defense.
So it's the Spurs now, following the bucket by the Lakers. Aldridge dishes to White. Lyles kicks to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And coming out of high school, White's only scholarship offer was a partial one to Colorado Springs.
And you know what, guys? Sometimes rejection like that can actually fuel you to greater heights. It put a chip on his shoulder. He plays with an edge. He improved, transferred to the Pac-12 for his senior season, and really the rest is history. He's got a promising future as an NBA player in front of him.
Here's Aldridge, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Aldridge, the pass to Murray. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Plays it up and banks it in. Murray's got his first points of the night.
You know, they give him the ball and let him quarterback the pick and roll, which speaks, I think, to how confident they are in Murray, guys.
This is to Howard. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at the Lakers. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, the San Antonio Spurs, they're much further down in the standings right now.
And, you know, for the Spurs, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
Mark, who are a few under-the-radar guys who really get it done scoring the ball at that forward position?
Well, I tell you what, a couple of names that come to mind. Bogan Bogdanovic, outstanding scorer. Gallinari, and then John Collins, the young fellow down in Atlanta. Those three guys are all a little bit undervalued as scorers.
Here's Lyles, following the bucket by the Lakers. He kicks it to Johnson. Pass to Aldridge. And there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Joe Ingles comes in for Davis. Waiters, he's checked in for James. And Bradley's subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Let's take a moment now, Kevin, to see how the Spurs are doing in the NBA statisticals currently.
And they play at a nice tempo. I mean, you see their fast break points per game. Not the quickest team in the league, but they are opportunistic. And you lag getting back, they'll make you pay.
Drains the three-pointer.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Mills passes to Samanic. Johnson surveying the floor. Looking to end the run. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's McGee, and he drops it in from the low post.
Very tough hoop there from McGee. Even though he's in tight, guys, it takes a lot of focus to convert over that kind of defense.
Mills, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. For San Antonio, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Smith checked in for Johnson. And he slams it one-handed.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass and the slam dunk by McGee.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Now here's Mills, guarded by Bradley. Now here's Mills. No good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding an unbelievable lead as So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Che, they
Yeah.
want you to do some press tonight.
All right, no problem.
Great.
Appreciate you, bro. Thanks, big dog.
Nice game.
Thanks, homie. Thanks, dog. Appreciate you, man. Whoa, you played good, bro. What's up, man? Yeah. Good day, man. You know? Tired, but... What's up? Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Che, congrats on making the All-Star team.
Thanks, Ted.
So tell me, how does it feel?
Man, it feels like Christmas morning, and you got all those presents underneath the tree, and Mom's cooking bacon and French toast, and everything's exactly how it should be. Except I don't eat bacon.
So it feels pretty good then.
Oh, yeah, man. Feels great. Wouldn't you want to be an all-star? That's like every kid's dream right there. That and bringing home the chip. But one thing at a time, you feel me?
What's up, Levi?
Hey, got something for you.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Hey there. You got something in mind? Let me know. I'm ready to rock.
Let's do it. Okay, I got it.
Awesome. Head on to the back and we'll figure out where it goes.
Just not feeling this one. Maybe another time.
No problem. See ya.